Hi guys, welcome. Hi to Graceland, first one in chat this morning. Kenny, Barbara, Pam, Abby. Who else is there? Cajun. Do I have your name? What's your name? So I don't have to call you Cajun. If that is your name, then that's cool too. Let's keep going. Who else is coming? May, hi. Holly, hi. Sue, hi. Sherry, hi. Guys, welcome. Thanks for coming. Oh, great, Pan. No sugar? No way. I couldn't do that, sugar. Now my resolution, variable resolution stream thing says it's bad. But I'm hoping you can see me all good. Robin, welcome. I hope I'm not too far behind you guys, in front of you guys, so it doesn't, not too much of a gap. So we've got some exciting things. I just literally then put in the yellow sections on this part of the hair, which is the only bit we hadn't done in the hair here. And I'm just going to start to use my colorless blender, and I'm just going to flatten out some of the tooth of the paper. You don't have to do it. This is the Caran full blender I'm using. And you can put a little bit of white into the highlight sections of the hair too, just to lighten those up a little bit. But that's all I've done so far. And today we're going to hopefully get everything finished, because we're going to be starting a new colour along next week with Colour and Chicks, hopefully. If we don't get it done today, we will finish it off next week, and we'll start colouring chicks the week after that, because there's actually 5 weeks in May, so whichever way we go doesn't really matter. So, but I'm pretty sure we'll be finished, because we've only got the fishies, the bubbles and the background to do, so we haven't really got a lot left on this one. So I'm just flattening out that tooth. Most of it was fairly flat. By the time I've gone over it with a couple of layers of colour, the tooth's fairly flat. You don't have to do it, as I said. I'm just going to use, I got a new white that's not offset in the pencil leads in the very centre, so it's nice and sharp. So I'm just using the white in the areas where there was no yellow, but it's still light. So yeah, I think we're ready to move on. Hi Wendy, welcome. Ready. Who else? Graceland, is this from a new book? This image? No, this is just a single image at the moment. Hi Rochelle, welcome. So this one's only available on Etsy. At the moment, for those in the Facebook group, there is a discount, and it's going until the end of April. So if you still want to grab it or still haven't grabbed it, do so now. We just had school holidays. Ours all just went back this week. Hi Colouring D, welcome. Hi Shannon, welcome. Hi Laurie, welcome. Hi Maya, welcome. Joey, hi. Everyone keeps jumping in there and I keep missing you already. Hi, Kenny. Beth, hi, welcome. Nice to catch you. Okay, everyone's catching up with everybody, so I'm just doing some finishing touches on the hair, and we're going to get started on the rest of it in a minute. I have something special for you today. Today I'm doing a giveaway for a PDF copy of one of Christine's books, so your choice. And I've also got an exclusive peek and flip through of her new Benny Blue book. So all going up on Etsy today, and soon to be on Amazon too, so that's pretty cool. So you guys get one of the first looks at it. Christine's been hard at work finishing it off. So just grabbing all of those lighter sections I am right now with my white pencil. Now these fish caused me a bit of problems because I had no idea what colours to put in them. I tried orange, yeah, I wasn't too fussed. I thought maybe silver, yeah, still wasn't fussed. So I ended up going for a kind of reddy, pinky orange colour, a bit of a mixture. Our summer break's over Christmas, so we're actually coming into, we don't have a summer break in the middle of the year. Ours is at the end of the year, so it's actually coming into winter now. So we're in autumn at the moment. So yeah, we just had our 2-week holiday for Easter break, and they just went back. And we actually had, yesterday was a public holiday here, we had Anzac Day, so they've actually had a fair bit of time off. They went back to school for a day and then had a day off, and now they've gone back again. So there was a lot of people closed for the whole, since like Good Friday till today. So I'm going to pick up my computer today after today's stream. So that's exciting. I'll try and get it all set up on the weekend. And I'm streaming on my birthday on Monday, which is really cool. So I think the lovely May and I are going to try something. So that should be different. We'll see how we go with that. Okay, so the bubbles that are sitting over the hair, I've kind of put a little bit of the hair color in there, but left them quite light. So what I actually want to do is go over those and add some white in there, and then we're going to put a bit of a reflection in there as well. So I'm just going to go over that there. The ones that have got no hair behind them, this part of the background is actually going to be really quite light, so don't stress about putting any color in there, because we're going to be doing white with some Caribbean sea, so it's going to be quite light in that background area around her head. So I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to come over here. I'm just going to swap my camera angle there and zoom in a bit for you. There we go. Hello, beautiful. Oh, who else is coming in? Did I say hi, Laurie? I did. Our kids have summer holidays over Christmas, and the summer holidays are like 8 weeks long or something like that. So our kids finish school around the 20th of December, and they don't go back usually until around the start of February. So they have the whole 6 weeks off. So that's our long holiday. Yeah, so we're coming into winter now. And hello, Connie. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Who did I miss? Anyone, just shout out if I've missed you. Elaine, hi. Welcome. No worries, Shannon. So yeah, we have long Christmas holidays. We don't have like a 2-week period over Christmas. We have this huge 8-week gap, and that's our summer holidays. Our school year starts at the start of the year, as well. I know you guys, it starts different for you guys, is that right? Just going around into the bubble. So that's all the bubbles on the hair. So I'm just going to go in with, say, the peacock blue, which we use for the hair. And I'm just going to deepen up one section of the bubble. In this bubble's case, it's actually 2. Well, we'll join it together so it's 1. There you go. And over here. And I think we'll just go around the very edge of the bubble too. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to need a white gel pen, which I actually didn't put on the list. I should have, hey? Thanks, Helen, and welcome. Bye, Shannon. Thanks for joining. Maybe see you later. I've got a white gel pen, and there's like a white highlight section right there in the middle. And I'm just going to do a white section around the side with a little bit of a spot on the edge. There's my bubble. I kind of moved along pretty quickly because we've got a lot to finish, and we've got a flip through, and we've got a giveaway, so we've got a lot to do in 2 hours. Turn it so I don't smudge the one I've already done. Let that dry. You can also use gouache white to do the same thing. I'm probably going to have the blue come through the white, so I may have to go back over it again anyway. But we get the idea. I was in a podcast. It was really cool. Had a bit of an interview. First interview I've had ever. It was good. I really had a good time, and she's a great, what do you call it, journalist? Yeah. But yeah, she was good. She was awesome. Alright, now let's do the necklace down here. So I've got violet and lavender and a bit of white for the necklace to match her eyes, because I figured we just had 1 purple spot, so let's do 2 purple spots. Going over the top of the darker grayscale areas first with the violet. I'm just kind of using medium light pressure. She's so pretty, this one. So very pretty. Hi Dawn, welcome sweetie. Hi Eva, thank you. May. I'm a celebrity. I wish. That's so funny. Okay. white. So I've just done sort of like an outline and over the top of all the grey areas that were already there. We don't want to complicate things, we'll just use the grayscale to our advantage. Just going to go around now over the top of that and just extending out now over the remaining areas. I'm going to leave a couple of white spots along the top of the ribbon there and also on the bottom a little bit there. We want to add a little bit of white in there for a main highlight. I might even leave a tiny bit of white gap in between that section there that's coming forward. And do the same over here. So this was the lavender. And then I'm going to use white to blend it all in. Thanks, Laurie. Surely but slowly getting through it. Thanks, Maya. And just using the white to go along the very edge. It's just going to smudge in that lighter lavender, but it'll be a little bit lighter, so in the middle there. And you know what you can even do to make that shiny? You can add a tiny little squiggle. Wait, it's not working. There it is. Tiny little squiggle of white. Lost the voice. There we go. Just to lighten those areas up a little bit. My brightness is really high, so okay. Now it's saying my stream is good now. That's good. Alright, let's do the actual heart. We're going to do a tiny bit of magenta in the darkest section. There's a tiny little dot on the bottom there. And just a small edge bit there. Then I'm going to come in with some carmine red. This is one of my favorite colors, this red. It's kind of a pinky red. I love it. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Just coming over the top of the magenta and just doing some light pressure out towards the edge. Going back on this side. Just doing the same thing there. Shara, thank you. So amazing. I much appreciate it. Thank you. So exciting. I wasn't expecting that. Kind of looked up and my whole screen's orange. Beautiful. Oh, Beth, grayscale's awesome for learning because you're just following the already colored sections with actual color. So I've left a bit of a gap there in the middle. Oh, you're awesome. Thanks, Shara. Now I feel like a celebrity. Goodness me. Okay, and then I'm going to use some salmon pink. I like this color too. These two together come out really nice. So salmon pink. And I'm just going to go over the previous colors and just come out lightly over the white areas that are left. And you can see I've kind of left, you might not be able to see, but I have kind of left a small white spot there. And that is so that I can come in with the white and just add a little bit of a highlight in that section. So I've got white. Ah, thank you. You're awesome too. Hi Song, welcome. I hope everybody had a good break before the last stream. It's good to have a break in between. So just using white to go over the lightest areas. I got some really cool happy mail to show on Monday. And I'm hoping I get a few packages today actually, because we've had public holidays and nothing's come this week. Checking my camera because I could hear voices out the front then. So I'm just using white to go over that lightest section. I'm going to come back in with the salmon pink. Just add a little bit more in there now. Oh, it's very pretty. And then a little bit more of carmine red again. Just to re-deepen that up. Oh, can you hear that? It's my husband's phone going off. Just blending that off a little bit with the salmon pink, and then I might just put one more line of magenta just down that very dark section there. Groovy, baby. I love Christine's grayscale, best ones. Now I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of canary yellow. We use that in the hair. I didn't put it on the list because we'd already used it before. Just in that section of the necklace on the little ring there, and I've just put a tiny little bit across that light area on the edges. Done. Okay. So we've done a lot of those details. Let's get onto these fishies. Oh, before I do that, there's a couple of bubbles down here. I'm going to do the same thing I did before, using white just to blend them out. And a tiny little bit of some salmon pink just on the very edge of that tail there. Just blending that in. This time I'm going to put the white gel pen all the way around the outside. What's going on? My youngest granddaughter had a reaction to... Oh, poor thing. It might be hives. Cool shower or bath. And just keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't go into our airway. Oh, great. Yeah, the noise is going off today. I want to put a little bit of a shine on this section too. So just going in and putting a couple of spots on the very, very edge, and just one little sort of squiggle just there in the heart. Oh, wow. Yeah, yep, antibiotics can do that. Thanks, Nana, and hello. Welcome. Oh, I'm just knocking things down here. It's all good. I keep forgetting I'm zoomed in. Zoom out. Okay, so now we're going to start on the fish. First of all, I'm going to use, I'm trying to decide what to use first. I think we'll use salmon pink first. We'll start on this big one at the front here. But what I actually want to do is make sure that I leave, I'm just going to draw in a line just down the fish here and make sure that I leave that area white. Does that make sense? I don't want to go over that with any color. So I'll just mark it out now. That way I won't be tempted to go back over it. I hope. That's the idea anyway. Let's do the same up here. I just want a little bit of a white line just around the very edge there. I'm going all the way up the side of the tail. So I know I don't want to go over those areas. I'll fill in all the gaps in between, but try and keep those areas clear. Oh. I do. And Connie, my husband said that when I was doing some tester fish, I did an orange one, and he said, you know, that reminds me of the fish out of The Cat in the Hat in the fish bowl. One fish, two fish. I do like Dr. Seuss. I actually have a copy of The Places You Will Go. It's one of my favorite books in my bookshelf. So okay, so now why don't we just go and fill in some of that salmon pink in those areas now. We'll come back in and do this as a top layer to smudge and blend everything in, but let's just lay a layer of that down. Alright, yeah, we'll start with magenta in the very, very darkest spots. Oh, hopefully she's okay. We have some of the worst spiders here in Australia. Poisonous. Deadly. Some not so deadly, but really painful and annoying. Okay, now I've got carmine red just over the top of that. That's Shadow snoring in the background. I'm going to guess she's not going to come and say hello because she's snoring. Just using light pressure to go over the top of that. Yeah, I don't do them either, Abby. Spiders freak me out. I've got a bit of a phobia for spiders, but Snakes, I'm not too bad, but I don't like them. Like, they don't scare me. I just don't like them. Because we have some of the most deadliest snakes here in Australia too. Living in the country, we're quite exposed to that kind of thing, so that's why I don't like them. My husband has a friend that breeds them. Ugh. Like, why? Just light pressure, guys. Just gradually building up the colour. My super chat thing just disappeared, but thank you so much, Shara, for that. It does mean a lot to me. Makes me feel like a celebrity. It's beautiful. Thank you. I probably should welcome some patrons too. We've got a few patrons. Kenny's back. Welcome back to Patreon. And Holly. Who else? Chrissy, Megan, Dawn, Kenny, Julie, Emily, Lee. I think I went through the others earlier. And my Patreon app just locked me out because it's stupid. Hi Tori, welcome. I'm not into pit bulls, no. Bad experience with them. 2 bad experiences actually. I'm just extending the carmine red up into that lighter section there as well. I need to add a little bit of magenta in to under the fin here. Just darken that up slightly. Oh, it's really windy outside. We've got some bad weather coming. Actually, it's we kind of expected it weeks ago, but nothing sort of come across. But it's starting to come across now. It's starting to get cold. It's time to start turning the heater on. But we've had like soaring temperatures here for April. Alright, now I'm going to go back over with the couldn't find it, salmon pink. Yeah, Yeah, they've got breeding licenses and stuff, but yeah, they're breeding them. Ugh. My husband makes incubators for them, reptile incubators. They're usually pythons and things like that. I'm just leaving a gap on the fish too for some white. Making sure I leave some room. Incubators is as far as I'll let him get. I don't want snakes in the house. It's just yuck. So I'm starting to flatten off the tooth now with the layers. Just blending and smudging everything in, making it fuzzy. How's he looking? Bye, Dee. Bearded dragons. Oh, they do lots of different reptiles, but mainly snakes, crocodiles, and things like that too. White now, and I'm just going to go over the white spots, and I'm going to blend and bleed that out into the other areas as well. So just softening off the tooth, flattening out the tooth, I should say. I always say softening. I guess you are softening it. You should hear me when I'm voice recording sometimes. I have arguments with myself. I'll say something and then I'll go, no, that's not what you're supposed to say. So I'm going to go from the light area and just drag it out over the rest of the darker colour. I don't want to push too much of that colour into that white area if I can help it. Thanks, Helen. Thanks, Kenny. I love the colour combo of the fish too. It's one of my favourite combos. It's really good for sunsets actually. Great colours for a sunset. It's kind of what it reminded me of. Alright, I've got some orange, and I want to put a little bit of orange around the head. Around the eye there. little bit on the back behind the head of the fish. Sorry. Losing things. Sit, Boo, sit. Good dog. It's an Australian ad. Is it on the start of a movie? I don't know. A lot of random things stick in my head. It's really not necessary. Anyone else have that random nothingness in their head? I'm going back over that with some white. Just blending that off, smudging it in a bit. Okay, so around the eye I've got black. Just going to go in and go around that outline. Just add a tiny little bit of shading around it. Just use the white to blend that off nice and softly. And I'm going to use the white gel pen again in there, using a bit of white, a couple of shiny patches there as well. Just using white still just to blend off the orange. And I still think we're going to need to come back in with carmine red. Just deepening up some of the scales. Just going around the backs of them. And then salmon pink. And then finishing it off with white again. I think I'm happy with the fish. He looks quite cute. I kept my white shiny section in the middle and on the edge. Let's just go a little bit more salmon pink in there. And his face. Nice. So no, you don't have to do the white highlights now. You can wait until you finish the other bit. Just going to put some white. You know what's really good in this area as well is some white PanPastel. But we won't use that today, but just adding some white flecks in there. So for the tail fin and the fins, I'm going to put some orange and salmon through there. So I'll start with orange. Yeah. What are you looking for? Do I need to show you something? White gel pens? Oh, you need to close the chat to see the thumbs up. If you're on a phone. Yeah, it's a pain, but... Alright, I've got orange. I'm just going to do a light layer over the darkest parts of the fin. We want to try and keep a little bit of a highlight area in the middle here if we can. To make that look curved. I got the hiccups. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. And over here on the tail. Most of the time on the Neenah Classic Crest paper, I do pretty much light pressure. There's not a lot of times where I'll put more pressure down because the paper's fairly fine, and it's quite easy to flatten the tooth out just by doing light layers. Just kind of lining around the edges because we'll be doing this quite dark blue in the background there later, so I want that colour to come through a little bit if I can. Thanks guys, thank you. I show 39. Eva. Now this, all of the, I've done a color chart in my group too, so and there's a conversion as well to other brands, well, as close as I could get to other brands. So the combo is on that list. I might even look at combining them and putting the combined chart on Patreon. Okay. Got a little bit of yellowed orange, and I'm just going to go over that again. and just sort of extend into the lighter areas a little bit, just a little bit. So just coming over the top of the original line and then just going beside it a little bit. What I might do in a moment is do a flip through of the new book. Yay! I actually haven't sat and had a look at it either, so I'm going to be watching it. I kind of just dragged and dropped the images into my video program and just sort of ran it without having a really good look at them. I wanted to kind of be surprised with you guys. Benny Blue 2. So you can see the areas that we've left white are going to look like sort of highlight sections when we're done. White paper is your best friend sometimes. Can make things look so cool. Sherry, I'm missing chat too. I'm concentrating so hard. I'm like, oh yeah, what? People are talking, that's right. I need to watch chat. No. We want to add a little bit of the what color did we use before? Carmine red in there as well. Just a little bit. Just gently. Adding a few flicks through there. Kind of like reflection of the body, I guess. Now I've covered over all of the grey areas now with some sort of colour. So that was just a nice light layer just to add a little bit of that pink through. Okay, let's do some white, blending all this off, smudging in the colour and adding in our highlight, using medium-ish pressure, trying to smooth off the edges of the colour and drag them in towards the lighter areas. Looking smooth. I missed that side of the belly there before, so I've just gone over that with white. Alright, I'll finish off this tail fin and then I think we'll move into the flip through. Get that done. And my hair's falling out everywhere. The woes of long hair. It was short for a while, but it's got long again. Time for a haircut. Hi Zealy, welcome. It is hard to keep the white space, isn't it? No worries, Dawn. It is coming out pretty cool. I'll just zoom out again. My computer's having a bit of a spastic right now. It's because I zoomed out. Okay, so when coming back in over the top to deepen up some of these colors, make sure that you leave the white areas. You don't want to go into those, you want to keep that nice and shiny. Using orange again just to deepen up the lines. What are they? Veins? I don't know. They're lines. Just deepening up those again. The darker ones anyway. Alright, when I'm saying leaves, I say leaves by accident. Just made up words, don't worry about it. We've just deepened up the colour a little bit just to bring it forward a little bit more, make it more vibrant. So the flip through has music, guys, so if you're not into music you might need to turn your volume down. I did turn it down slightly, but I'm not sure, it depends on what people have got their volume at. I'm going to use a little bit more of the carmine red in there as well. Just adding a little bit more pink in there. I love pink and orange together, it's weird, isn't it? Some combos just go. Okay, I like that. That looks pretty cool. Trial and error sometimes. If you never go, you'll never know. Alright, done. Okay, I'm going to put on the flip through for you guys. Oh, no worries, May. If you want to see the flip through, I'm going to do it right now before you run away. If you've run away yet, but I'll pop it on for you. Enjoy, guys. So, that was Benny Blue. The watermark is not included in the PDF either. But that would be the first flip through of Benny Blue. As far as I know, let me just check now. It should be up on Etsy already. Okay, hello Shadow. Are you awake? Really? Hello? Hi. Are you coming up? Shadow's awake, so morning Shadow. popping here. I'm just trying to find to see if it's up already. You know, sometimes I'm just going to look on my app, I think. It's easier. There you go, ups now. Alrighty, here we go. Newest, guess what? It's up on Etsy. Yay! The PDF version is, and the physical copy will be available in the next coming days, so it needs to be approved and put through Amazon. So you can purchase the PDF version right now. Alright, that's pretty cool. Hello, Shadow. I'm getting attacked. Cuddly girl today. Cuddly today. We're going to have a giveaway now. Come say hello. Come on in. Say hello to everybody. Shadow, say hello to the camera. Say hello to the camera. You're a sneaky girl, aren't you? Wait! I'm being attacked. Attack of the cuddles! Attack of the cuddles! No kissing the camera. You're gonna make everyone sick. She's purring her head off right now. Oh, no problems. I'm gonna do a giveaway for your choice. It was just your tail, freaky cat. Your choice of a PDF colouring book by Christine Karron. So that means you could get Benny Blue if you wanted, or you could get any of her other books. It's up to you. So, oh gosh, cat hair everywhere. She's getting a winter coat and her shorter fur is falling out. It's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. So that was Benny Blue 2 that I just showed you. Last week or the week before, because we skipped a week. The week before was Colour Along. Week 2 I did the Benny Blue #1 book. And this one is Benny Blue #2. So hi Pam, welcome. So everyone's saying hi to Shadow. You're so cute, Shadow. We're going to do a giveaway. Okay? We're going to do a giveaway. Yes? Do you want me to give away Benny Blue? Me? Okay, so as I said, the giveaway will be for any of Christine's books, so one of your choice of PDF books that she has. I'm going to pop up the rules for the giveaway. Here we go. Stop kissing me, it tickles. So pick one number between 1 and 100. Only one number per person. The first person to call the number owns it. No chatting during number calling until winning number is drawn. And no numbers before the words go, go, go or after stop, stop, stop will be counted. So I will physically type them in the chat box, guys. There's still more. It's coming. Make sure that your chat is on live chat too. The number closest to the generated number without going over wins. If there is no winner, the random number will be drawn again. Make sure you're on live chat. Click on the little box at the top of your chat window. Click on live chat. Shadow. Click on live chat. Not on my pencils. Any giveaway or promotion is in no way sponsored or endorsed by or associated with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Christine Karron. I'm just going to go through that again. Really, Shadow? Can you not? So, if you don't understand the rules of the giveaway, please ask the questions now before we start, so that we can address that. So you need to pick a number between 1 and 100. Only one number If you pick the same number as somebody else, the first number that is written in the chat box comes first. And tough luck to whoever came after. The number closest to the generated number without going over that number wins. Okay. May's still in it. She's in it to win it. Alright guys, when you're ready, pop ready in the chat box. I will give you a couple of minutes. I will pop my timer on. Let's make it 1.5 minutes. Will that be plenty of time? I think that's plenty of time. Don't forget, no chatting while numbers are being drawn. I've got a squeaky chair. Got some workers next door. They had a pipe burst under their sink, and their whole house flooded. So yeah, everything's completely ruined. I'm going to start on the next fishy. Actually, I'll start on one of the baby ones because they're going to be more orange. I've got orange first. Is that your number, May? You called that last time. Oh, we've got a few more coming in. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Still a tiny little bit of time left, so quick, get your numbers in. Oh. That's a stop, peoples, but it won't let me type. Why wouldn't it not let me type? That is very strange. Okay, does anyone know why I wouldn't be able to type? I'll open my live video here. Well, that worked. I'm not sure why it wouldn't go. I keep saying error for the other stuff. Okay guys, sorry. That was really weird. I just did it on my phone and it worked, so Random.org, here we come. Number 72. We had 60, 62. Looks like 62 is the closest. That's Pan. Yeah, has everyone got that? Can everyone just hang on, wait. Before I actually physically said stop, Connie posted 68. Oh, so sorry guys. So luckily my chat didn't work, and Connie got in there really quickly, before I actually wrote it. So well done, Connie. Well done. I don't know why that happened. That was so weird. Connie, I have your details, I'm pretty sure. Just message me through Messenger and I will chat with you about that. Why it's saying error, try again. Congratulations, Connie. It will be a book of your choice, so have a think about which one that you might like to get, and congratulations. Woohoo! Whoop, whoop, whoop. She did it. Billy, it's finished. We are finished. Make sure that your chat is on live chat too. So just use orange for this fishy first. It's going to be mainly orange, and he's going to have some see-through kind of fins. I've got yellowed orange. Yay, Connie! Ah, sorry, May. It is available in PDF at the moment on Etsy, and later on it will be available in a physical book on Amazon. Yay! So this fishy, I'm doing the little fishies here slightly different. I'm doing them a little bit more orange, and I actually coloured the hair through the fins. So the fins are kind of, excuse me, sniffing there. My ears keep popping. Oh. The fins are kind of slightly like translucent. I've got the carmine red just a tiny bit down the middle and in the darker sections of the tail. Just a little bit of colour around the eye there. So he's got a bit of a translucent tail and fin there. So I'm just going to sharpen my white with my Fraggy. Night, May. Have a great night. I will talk to you soon about our thing on Monday. He's feeling a bit sad actually today. He's not very efficient today. It's taking a while to get things done. What is a truck doing in my street? I live in a court, and so many people come down, racing down it because it's called Place. People think that it's a road that goes all the way around, and it just stops short. So people zoom up, expecting to be able to go around the court, and they get stuck in the around the place. They get stuck in the court instead. It's kind of frustrating and noisy. And that wind is blowing up. Something shocking right now. There you go. There's our little fishy. He's probably more orange, I think. Bit of orange back in there. And he was quick, so move on to the next one. Orange for the fins, and we're going to leave a fair bit of white on the bottom of this one because it's the bottom of the fish. Going to make it kind of silvery, and the hair is going through the fin on this one as well, so you'll be able to see through that slightly. I'm just going to leave that section on the body there and put some pink through that. A little bit of the carmine red underneath the belly. Some yellowed orange over the top of the orange. Leaving some white space for our shiny sections. and where the curve of the fin is too. So making sure you leave the middle of the fin just there so there's a bit of a highlight. I'm being quite quick now. We've got a lot to get through in the next hour, so I want to try and speed through these little fishies. Bye, Holly. Hi, Morticia. Ah, Connie. It must be birthday luck. I find that happens. I just got sent some happy mail actually, and I'm pretty certain they didn't know that it was my birthday, but feels like my birthday is what brought it. I had the strangest thing happen to me in the post office the other day. Very, very strange. Picking up the package actually, my happy mail, and this gentleman was standing behind me, an older man, and he turned around and said to me, "You're worried, and you're worried because it's your birthday coming up." And I just sort of looked at him like, what? Family stuff I was sort of stressing about at the time, but it was so strange. I was like, "You're scary." I'm going. Bit more orange. Didn't like it. Weird stuff like that happen. Hi Becky, welcome. Connie, I was in front of him in the line, so I couldn't move. But yeah, it was a bit weird. I was not expecting it. I was just using the carmine red then, so I've just gone back over that again. So those fishies are a little bit more orange. And we'll do the same down the bottom here. This one's got a bit of a see-through fin too. Actually, I think they all kind of do. This looks like a different fish actually. It's got a slightly different fin to the others. Kind of got rounded edges, this one. I think I might sneak a little bit of canary yellow into this one instead of the pink. Canary yellow we used in the hair. Hide from him. Anyone else had a strange experience like that freaked you out a little bit? It freaked me out. So I've just done the darker areas with the orange, and I'm using the yellowed orange over the top. So even though this one's translucent, I try to just cover over still with a little bit of the colour so it doesn't look too out of place either. And then I'm going to use the canary yellow to fill in a little bit more of that. Still leaving some white space for white pencil as well. Show some shininess on our little fishy. Is it Natasha? Who's Natasha? Who are we talking about? The fabulous idiot is Lisa. You guys have got some cool names. I actually set up my account years and years ago. I started a naturopathy diploma, advanced diploma, whatever it was, and I had to do a talk, and I had to record myself, and I had to post it on YouTube for the assessors to see. It's like a private, thing, so I had to open an account to do that, and that was the name that the account was already in, so I kept it. So that's where Faithful Girl comes from. Now I've got a yellow fish instead of an orange fish. Let's go and add some more orange. I ended up not doing the course because I had some health issues at the time and ended up having a hysterectomy, and it just sort of never eventuated after that. And also I found out that you couldn't get accreditation by doing it online. You had to actually physically go in, and I couldn't do that at the time, so it wasn't meant to be. I was meant to be here with you guys today. A little bit more yellowed orange. Shadow, I'm kind of used to you talking there in the background, but everybody else is probably wondering what you're doing over there. Bye, Shara. Thank you so much for today. You're greatly appreciated. Thank you for super chat, and I'm kissing. Kathy, bye. Bye, Eva. Bye, guys. Hopefully I get this finished. I've still got half an hour. I think I should be right. Just going to zoom in so you can see my fish. Yes, Shadow, I can hear you and I can see you. She's pulling on my pants, saying, "Look at me, mummy." Need a little bit of black in their eyes. little white spot. Gel pen. Couple of little squiggles on the really light sections. Well, that orange fish looks quite cool. I like that. Connie Shadow is a Bengal. She's a pure bred Bengal cross. So Bengal is this one is a Asian tiger crossed with a Egyptian moo. Yeah, they have to breed them with a domestic cat so that they become a little bit more domesticated. Usually it's 5th generation where they're quite domesticated. Well, she's sort of, I guess. Let's go back to our larger fishies, and we're going to use some magenta first. The background is quite easy to do. It may take me a little bit of time, but as long as we've got the main parts of the image done, and I can just quickly finish the background off camera if I need to. But I'm hoping that we'll get it finished. It's an absolutely beautiful image, and I'm really, really, really grateful to Christine for doing the discount for us. It's so nice to be looked after. Now, it looks like this fish's tail is from down here. Coming up through here. Through here somewhere. No worries, Sherry. Connie, she's about 6.5, 7 kilos or something like that. She's pretty big. She's really long. She's got a little bit of a saggy belly to help her stretch further, so she can be a bit cheeky. She can open door handles. It's not even worth having those long flat ones. She just opens the door, so we've got to be careful. So very clever. She's still a kitten. She's over 9 years old now, and she still acts like a kitten, which is quite cute. Can be frustrating, and she talks a lot. She likes to talk and say hello, and if you disappear out of the house somewhere, she will come running for you, meowing the whole time. Where are you? Putting that magenta into the tails on these two, so just changing up the colors a little bit. If I am being too fast, guys, you can come back and watch again. Once the video processes, you can go back and replay. Turn the sound off and slow it down. You can, Shadow, don't tell them no. No, I don't think so. I think she wants something. What do you want? Is that it? Is that it? Just a pat? Okay. Carmine red. Still making sure that I leave white. It was so much quieter when you were asleep. Oh, lady, going. See you later. Thanks for joining. Oh, Shadow. What are you doing? People can't see. You need to move. You need to move. You can't sit there. Come on. Come over this side. Come sit here. I'm so sorry. Shadow, you're taking up the camera. Now, sit down. Sit down. Bye, Lisa. Sit down, Shadow. Sit. Sit. She's like a dog. Sit. Sit. Sit down. No, don't kiss me. Just sit. Say hello to everyone. Say hi. Shadow. Say hi. Why are you ignoring me? Here. Here. Just for your big sucky bum. You're in your big sucky bum. Now go sleep. No. That bag. Just get that camera right again. I think she's gonna go sit. She's sitting right next to me now. She thinks she's just gonna stay there, which is kind of good. Sorry about that, guys. You're wasting my time, Miss Shadow. Trying to colour and get it done for everyone, and she's just bugging us. She's cute. I'm not going to do the fins with this colour. I've got some salmon pink. Actually, before I do that, I'll do carmine red over here. Get that one done. I'm just kind of colouring in the direction the lines are going, giving it a bit of texture. She'll start snoring if she falls asleep there. I think she thinks I'm talking to her, so she immediately, you know, comes over and starts chatting, and it's funny. She is cute. Alright, so now I've got salmon pink. Coming over most of the fishy, just leaving the really nice highlight sections that I want to keep, which I didn't actually draw in this time, but you can draw them in if it's going to be easier for you to do, of course. my pencil's quite flat actually, so I am doing this quite softly. It's got a bit of a flat tip on it. Blending in the colours. Leaving a little bit of white on the bottom there. It's a really nice corally coloured fish, hey? That's what it reminds me of, coral. She is too cute. Once you get her rolling around on her belly, she's quite funny. Or on her back. Just leaving that gap of white again. Kind of gets a little bit confusing up here because there's lots of crossover sections. So I'm just kind of going with the flow, seeing what works here. See, this fin here looks like it's coming up, shadow there. And then this fin here comes up here. Shadow. No. I'm gonna make you hop down if you don't sit down. Down. Up. No. Come on. No. She's a mascot. She's a pain. Fur everywhere. She always says no if you lift her up. You should hear if you try to pick her up for a cuddle. Oh, it's the worst thing in the world. Sounds like you're trying to kill her or something. She's a crazy cat, that's for sure. Just putting some white on to blend those in. Keeping our little highlighted sections there. So next week, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish this, next week we'll be doing Colour and Colour and Chicks. Drea Draws is her name, and she has a discount for us, which is cool. And I don't know what we're going to use yet. I haven't decided. Maybe a bit of a mix. No, Lisa. Everyone's quiet. Is everyone left? Do we not have many people left? Or is everybody who's here concentrating on colouring? Oh, there comes the rain. Here comes the rain again. I'll just grab my little brush, dusting brush. Just dust off some of that. Alright, now I need orange for the fins. Just a wee bit of orange. A little bit of orange around the head. Leaving a gap in the middle for the shiny sections, don't forget. So with the background, I thought what we might do is just do a little bit of a gradient from light to dark blue. Just around her, starting light around her and then coming out to the very edges nice and dark blue. Just kind of framing her a little bit. Concentrating. I did a whole heap of swatching yesterday with new product and new paper, so I'll show the product off on Monday. Those that are on Patreon already know what it is. I'm not sure what I'll colour on Monday. Got quite a few images that I could do. It's been a long time since I since I did a Hannah Lynn. I can't even talk. Just sort of flicking down into the tail, so just flicking my pencil. This is where it overlaps with the other tail, so I'm kind of doing a little bit of both tails here. A bit of an overlap. That's alright. It'll just be a little messy assumption of what that spot is. Well, the rain just settled down again, so hopefully, I don't want it to be raining when I go pick up my computer. It was so weird. I messaged them and I said, hey, you said my computer was going to be ready last week. Where is it? And they sent me a message back about 3 hours later when I was already past the place where my computer was, saying, oh, it's ready now, you can come and get it. I'm like, great, well, I'm already home now, so Will have to be later. Perfecto. Now we need to add a little bit of, what is this, yellowed orange. Just trying to keep that middle section still free for a bit of white. You know, when I was finishing off the hair this morning, I had to look up my own video to see how I did it again. Shocking when it comes to memory. What was I doing again? How did I do that again? The other side. What are you swatching, Maya? We're missing a few of the regulars today. Loretta wasn't around, and Miss Linda again. It has been a really busy week here though, with Easter and public holidays and everything. Anzac Day. Let's add a little bit of salmon pink to that too, I think. Just a little bit, a couple of strokes through there. Might just zoom out again in a sec too so you can see a bit better. And there's still a little bit of orange down there. And then white to finish it off, and we can start the background. For this one, yeah, Tammy, on my group, in my group I should say, there's an event, and in the event I've posted each week up as colour lists with conversions as well. So why? The computer won't let me post. Oh, it's being silly. Hang on, I'll do it on my phone. It just keeps coming up saying error. Share group. It's annoying. There you go. Did it work? Did it work, guys? I can't see it. No. Did someone kick me out of my own YouTube channel? That one worked. It won't let me post anything. It's being absolutely ridiculous. It keeps saying error, error, error. Did that time. Hurrah. White. Just in those middle sections there. Yeah, I did a conversion. I did Prismacolor to Polychromos, Black Widows, Pablos, Holbens. Is that it? A few different ones. So if you don't have Prismacolor, then maybe you might have one of the other brands. And I also put a color swatch chart up too, so if you don't have one of the brands I converted it to, you can use a swatch chart to match up the colors that way. I missed a fish. Look at that, down there hiding. He could be an orangey yellow one too, I think. But I want to start the background so you guys can see how I'm going to do that. So, Mr. Fishy might have to wait. How long have we got? Not long, a couple of minutes. So I'll go through the background with us, I think. A little bit of black around the eye. And white gel pen. Background. I'm actually just going to draw a line on the bottom of mine here because my wobbly, this is one of those, but sometimes it's hard because it doesn't sit flat. It's a pain. I'm going to go up to maybe about there. And just draw a line across the bottom there so I don't go too far down, and there's less to colour then. So my actual image has got a bit of a grey square around it already. Yours probably does too if you've purchased this one. So I'm going to start with Copenhagen. Oh, Sahara, hi! Copenhagen blue, and I'm just going to start by doing just medium pressure. I don't want to go too hard yet. I will put some firmer pressure on later on. I'm just following the grayscale square. There's already a square. I just crossed off the bottom there just so I didn't have to cover up as much space. I think sometimes the less space you have in the background, the better it can be. I'm just going to do this all the way around. Doing around at the edge on the corners. Oh, look at that. A blemish in my paper right there. Oh, it's so annoying. Being pretty rough. Bring it down quite quickly. Obviously when I scan or take a photo of it, I'm going to crop off these rough edges, but just a guide. I've zoomed out as far as I can go. Next colour I've got is, I have 3 or 4 colours actually. So we had Copenhagen Blue, Cerulean Blue, and Caribbean Sea are the 3 colours, and I'm going to use white around her directly. So Caribbean Blue is next. Just going over the top of that previous colour and just extending further out. So I'm going to just gradually build up the layers and get closer and closer to her. Just being really rough to start with, and then I'm going to come over it with white and blend it all in. You could use a colourless, odorless blender thing here like Gamsol and I don't know, baby oil or something like that, anything to blend it if you want. I'm just going to use the white pencil to blend it out, smudge it all in, make it look nice and smooth. Try not to put too much pressure on. You don't want to flatten that tooth too soon. I know it's really hard. Try holding the pencil more horizontally. Shh. If you're putting too much pressure on. And then I've got Caribbean Sea. I'm going to do this all the way in, but with really light pressure as I come closer to her. I'm going to run over. Not too much over, but I'm going to run over. Just going in between all the fins and things like that too. In between strands of hair. Wanted to try and get a different mix of blues than what we did in her hair, because we've sort of done blue-green in her hair. And I wanted a blue colour to go with the orange that we've used in the fish too. So how messy does it look now? Ugly duckling messy? There's so many things that you can do in the backgrounds. You could use PanPastel. I was thinking I could even draw some like seaweed in there coming from the bottom. It's going to take me too much time to do that, so I won't do that. So the first blue was Copenhagen Prismacolor. They're all Prismacolor. Copenhagen Blue, PC 906. Second colour was Cerulean Blue, PC 103. And the one I'm using now is Caribbean Sea, which is PC 1103. So they're all Prismacolor. I don't mind it being rough because it is water, and we're going to be mixing it with white anyway, so you won't be able to see a lot of that rough colour. Got a rough layer on. Just gonna pop a little bit through some of these see-through sections of the fishy too. Just a tiny little bit over the top of the white. Wow, how awesome does that look? No, I'm just joking. It's a bit messy right now, yeah. Here we go. Which pencil? Which one, Connie? The Copenhagen? Copenhagen? Actually, I think I had trouble getting this one to start with. I think this was one of the ones that was always out of stock. I'm just coming around with a second layer of it. Just a little bit darker going over the second time. I'm just going to keep running over it until I get a nice dark color. Doesn't necessarily, pushing harder doesn't necessarily work if you're going to be blending in more colors, but going over it a couple of times just to build up the pigment. On the bottom here. I still have my pencil fairly horizontal. Yeah. There's a bit of a thing in the paper down here. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's like the coating of the paper hasn't sort of spread out properly, and it's left like spots on the page. It's just stupid. Night, Wendy. Thank you. It's been 2 and a bit hours. I was hoping to finish. I think we will finish most of this. It's just that little fishy I might do off screen, but you've already seen me colour those, so there's nothing you'll be missing. That's why I wanted to just grab the background and get that done. Now I've got a fair bit of dust, so just soft brush. Now I've got the cerulean blue, repeating the same process. And I might just stop here and finish this corner off so you can see it, for those that want to run away. Caribbean Sea. Just taking it on both directions, so I'm covering all the tooth. Okay, so white, firmer pressure, and I'm going to use it to smudge all that colour in. So coming over the top of it, circular motions, and just blending it all in. So if you've done it rough, it won't matter because you're just going to come and smudge it all out anyway. You could use Luminance white for this as well. That's all I'm going to do. Yeah, this is the last one. We're starting Colour and Chicks next week, and there'll be a discount and everything for that, so I'll post all that up next week. And yeah, I'll be live on Monday, birthday live, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm gonna have to flick through all my images, I think. Do you think you guys will be able to get that done? That's alright. I'm just coming in the lighter areas, so it's going to be almost white around her. It's a bit of a highlight. Just adding a little bit more pigment at the top there. A little bit of cerulean blue on the edge. Just got to be careful not to smudge the hair out too much, because you're going quite close to that. And if you do, just go back over it with the darker colours. So that's kind of my idea for the background. Make it look a little bit messy, don't have it too perfect. Bit of smudged out colour here and a bit of smudged out colour there. I've pretty much done that whole corner now. And where the colour's gone over the hair, just make sure you go back in with the peacock blue, say on this bit here, and just darken them back up again. So you've got plenty of detail in there. With the bubbles, I'm just going to use a little bit of the cerulean blue inside to create a little bit of a dark patch. So these sections are already covered over now, so I can show you with that one. Put in a little bit of white in the middle. That's a little bit of a highlight. I'm just going to go around the bubble with white gel pen. That's it. So there won't be anything extra that I'll do off camera. It'll all be stuff that we've already done. So if you need to go, all good. Oh, little sneak. Someone just sneaked up. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of the cat, and I'll finish this one off. I'll try and have it up this afternoon sometime. I do have to go pick up my computer now, so I'm going to run off and do that. But I think I've given you enough to get you finished. Any questions before I finish up? I need to sharpen my pencil. Electric sharpener. Bit quicker. So are we happy with that? It may be quicker for you to use a Luminance white pencil. It's definitely cheaper to use a Prismacolor though, because you will use a fair bit of white. I ordered an extra one specifically for this purpose, so I can do this. Part of the image, but it kind of looks a little bit like, because it's all sort of smudging in together, it kind of looks a little bit like velvety, creamy. I don't know, it looks cool. I like it. I do, I like it. You too, guys, and I'll see you on Monday for my birthday stream. I'll show you my happy mail, and I'll be using my new computer too, so that'll be exciting. And I'll post this up in the group later on. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Good night, good afternoon, wherever you are. Good morning. Thank you. Thanks, guys. As I said, I'm going to finish it off so this will all look like that in the background. It's quite easy to do this smudging in effect, and it's still quite effective, so I quite like it. You could draw some seaweed, you could do all sorts of things in the background here, whatever you'd like. I think you could draw a little bit of seaweed coming up the sides even. Get a nice look there as well. But Connie, I will speak to you soon and grab your details again, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, guys.